Hi, welcome. I have or I had, I don't know, but I want to believe I have. I have a friend. His name is Tony, and he always says another day, another video. So maybe it's not my case, honestly, but it's iconic. So another day, another video. Okay, today was a good day. Very good, honestly, very good. Um, for example, today, yes, it's a good point. My first good point is that uh, today I met new coworkers, and it's interesting for me because with new people I can learn from them and I can improve myself, and I need to improve a lot. So, for example, they share with me a piece of feedbacks. And for example, I love feedbacks. Honestly, I love feedbacks because with feedbacks, I can learn because sometimes, maybe always, but I will say sometimes it's better. It sounds better. So sometimes I don't know, but honestly, I don't know what is the correct pronounce of a word or what is the correct structure Epstein sound. What is the correct structure of a phrase or a statement? So with feedback, I can improve and learn, and it's amazing. So I can. I met new friends. I will say friends because I met Jackie. Jackie, it was my friend from the university. We shared the first 2 years together. But for this year, because I am the third year, obviously. So for this year, I, okay, yeah, I, I was in the afternoon. Yes, in the afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. But for this year, because in my mind it's easier to say I want study and work. And maybe it's a good combination because I can my father always say when you if you if you are really tired you can sleep better, and I think it's true because right now when i i I find my oh my god, when I find my day I can sleep better than before, sorry. So okay, Jackie, so for this year we changed the the sections. Yes, yes, because yes, 1 year ago we were section C. Yes, we were section C. But for this year, I I am in the best section. Yes, in the best section, and it's B. Honestly, it's the best. Honestly, it's not a lie. And she is in the section A. Yes, because the section C is in the afternoon. So it's maybe interesting. Well, for me, it's interesting. Maybe for you, maybe, but just maybe. So okay, yeah, yeah. So that is the first point that I have because it's not the end my day. So the second point it's I finished my homework. Maybe in the class, honestly in the class, but it's for me it's better. Or it's more enjoying. Yes, it's more enjoying because I can finish the class and not someone do it. Not someone. Honestly, not someone. And specifically with this lawyer. No, but maybe it's good, but 50-50 because, for example, when he explains, he moves on all the class. Or I has, no, I was scared because maybe he can move for my front, yeah, for my front, and I didn't know what I what was I say? Yes, what was I say? But I can finish, and is that the most important. So this is the second point. The deer, no, maybe it's not the second, but for this video it's the second. For the third, yeah, third point, I Celus contact me for sign my contract, and that's it's very important because I was feeling very nervous for that, and I wanted to grow to Jeremy, but maybe it's very toxic. I Yes, it's very toxic, so I was waiting, but it's very stressed. So, but um, right now I, I am feeling nervous because, for example, Kim and Jackie said that it's very complicated, and maybe it's dangerous, but I can do it. I have this mentality. Yes, I have this mentality for this part because I notice my change with English, and I improve my English, so I know that I can do it. I can do it. All the trainings I can do it because my goal is the same. I want to job, so I can do it. Okay, this is the third point for today, and maybe I have a fourth, but I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know, and I don't know what is my fourth point. No, honestly, maybe I don't have. But yes, I have a fourth point, but it's not good because, for example, for my transportation, usually not usually, maybe 90%, yes, I use bus. Lau said bus, but bus, and I say because I still so bus, but it's bus or bus, maybe bus, because I searched the correct pronunciation is bus, but with you. I think I say that word with a Spanish sound. So it's bus, or bus. So okay, yeah, but it's very expensive. It's very expensive than before. For example, maybe 2 months ago, or maybe 1 month uh, and a half, it's just two queues with no two queues and obviously and 50 cents. Yes, it, but no, I organize better my ideas right now. Mm, 2 months ago, the price it was two queues and 50 cents. Okay, it's okay. I think it's okay. It's normally, but 1 month a half it was three queues. Okay, I think it's okay. Honestly, I I hate spend my money. I hate. I hate. So, but I hate. No, not I don't like. I hate. It's very special. So, but for this week, change again. But I think for this occasion, it's more expensive because it's three queues with and 50 cents. So I think it's very expensive. But my mom says that it's necessary. And for example, I use everyday bus, so I need to spend that. But okay, I said okay, but maybe it's it's a problem with the economic of the country, of our country, because we need to improve that. Maybe not improve, we need to work with that, because I honestly usually I don't search information mm, about our country, but I I maybe it's curious this, but for example, I I enjoyed to spend my time on Facebook, but especially on Facebook because, for example, in my case, Young Slow. mm, Sorry, but okay. For example, with TikTok, I I spend time on TikTok. But for example, on TikTok, always I watch videos about memes or comedy edits. Sometimes, anyway. So, but for example, on Facebook, I read because it's true. I I read about news, especially news, or for example, news about the country, about politics, economics, and of the world. And honestly, I enjoyed to spend my time on Facebook because I think I can catch new information. And that it's interesting because it's important. Yes, it's important to be informed about our country and about the world. So, um, but I am very nervous with one situation with Beto Neto or Beto. I think Neto Brand, yes, or Beto. No, it's Neto Brand because honestly, I think he's meme because maybe because it's real. He's maybe he gifts, yes, he give gifts for her community, for his community, sorry, for his community. But I think he wants to sorry, he wants to be a leader of a country. Maybe it's very different. And for example, that he affects of maybe 18 million of people affects he take. And for example, he will win. For example, his decision can affect of the Guatemaltecans. Sorry, miss. So he want maybe a power, yes, that power. And I think he is not prepared for that. For example, I think a career is it's very important. Maybe for example, I meet people that, and for example they say, a career it's not important because that with that not you don't have a future secure with security. And I think I agree with that. Honestly, I agree. But it's very important. And for example, for Kiske, it's very important because he wants power. That and that power affects us. So, and for example, my neighborhoods. I in the last no in the before video I say that I love my neighborhoods, but I I well okay, but for example one of them, one or two, but just one can will vote. So he said, I will choose Neto Brand because he gives cars of the mundial of the World Cup, Sorry, sorry for the Spanish. Okay, and it's very crazy because he he is a study uh, and a career at Meso, yes. And for example, his career is about economics. His business, yes. For this thinking, it's very bad. So I was feeling very nervous for that because, for example, whatever, or for no, whatever, no, someone that will be elect, yes, will be, it's not the correct structure, but okay, okay, elect, so his or her decisions affect us every day and every moment because it's not the boss because that is the point. The boss, no, that affects us with the food, with all. And for example, maybe yes, for example, with salary, honestly, maybe it's it's strange. Yes, strange, strange that change for a good salary. Honestly, no. And you know that no. Or for example, the minimum salary, no, change that. And for example, for every day, every week, we need to expand. We need to spend money, more money, and and that is the point. Um, oh my body. So our next president, we need to think about that because it's not a quickly decision. No, we need to investigate about him or about her, and we need maybe, honestly, maybe I don't have good options because it's very complicated. For this world, it's very complicated because for example, I have a teacher. It's doctor. Sorry, he's doctor. It's he is not teacher. He's not liar. He's a doctor. So, for example, I have a doctor, and he always said, I am not interested in a politics, but for this year he is a politics. So I think maybe he is a good option, but honestly, I know, and maybe all my friends, I know we know that maybe he is not very different than others because he wants money. Yeah, we know, but we need to take a break and think about that because it's not just a quickly decision. We need to take a time for a think what is what is their their options for improve our country. And maybe yes, because honestly maybe they can't they can't do all for one day to another day. No, it's impossible. But with small decision, it's possible. For example, in my point. For example, with bus transportation, it's expensive, so that affect us. For example, not just me. No, for for all for all the employees. For example, in this case, for the company, because spend more money with diesel. And for example, many employees have cars, and that spend money, honestly spend money. And for example, I think for this election we need to take a moment for be analytical and search information because maybe for example, honestly, I am very, I don't the word, but I am very on Spanish. I don't know. One moment, I am, what is the word? Influenced for social media, and that affects not just me, or maybe just because I am stupid. Maybe stupid because I believe that I said with S, but stupid. So maybe it's an option, but I think with social media influence our life a lot. And for example, the the future presidents share a video, and a video it's fake. It's fake. It's not the reality. So share a video about their life, and maybe I don't know about that, but that video it's very viral. That video can catch new votes, And so yes, it's a good option, but with that we limit. It's a limit to search information about her campaign. So I want to close with that because I need to search information because honestly I just know that Neto brand it's an option, but just that. So I think I need to search options. So thank you. Thank you for the time. See you tomorrow or see you the next week. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But tomorrow I want to believe that. See you.